Hello again, it's Noob, and this is a very curious lock that was sent to me by Talon Pick. I'm sure you know his channel. He's an absolutely superb picker and the king of the Dimple lock as far as I'm concerned. So this is a Hengyang Euro cylinder, not something I'm familiar with, but it is 10 pins and has what appears to be 5 sliders as well, so it's a quite a formidable beast, I have to say. I've not gutted it. I've got to be a bit careful because I have taken the circlip off the back of this lock, because I'm going to throw it in a vice in a minute and pick it, and then I'm going to try and gut it. Although, yeah, I can see about 1,000 ways this could go wrong. One of the curious things about this particular lock is this looks like a car key. I've not seen something look so like a car key. That's clearly a door lock before, but yeah, it's kind of cool. So anyway, let me go grab a vice. Let's try and pick it. But before I do, let me show you the tools I'm going to use. So I've got 2 different Dimple picks here. One I'm going to use to pick from this piece of warding, more or less, and get down on the pins on the right hand side. So down this side, and then I'm going to move over to the other side of the warding here. So one side here and one side there of these 2 teeth, and then pick these pins here. Now in terms of the sliders, well, they rattle back and forth, they're not sprung. So I guess at some point I can just use like the back of a tension tool and just wiggle that in and push them all to one side, and then use a smaller Dimple pick to just find any binding ones, and so that will fit down this side relatively snugly, and I should be able to just pick the binding sliders. That's a theory anyway. So let's put that into practice. The only thing I would say is that this does appear to be relatively cheaply made, and one of the things about it is the keyway is extraordinarily easy to push apart and spread in the lock when you put tension on, which actually binds the core and means you can't pick it. So that was one of the hardest things to overcome, is how to apply tension to the lock without it essentially just pushing apart and grabbing the inside. Now if I look here, I can see what appears to be a little cutout, and I assume that that's where a sidebar sits, where the sliders actually locate into. Okay, enough of me whistling on again. Let's have a go at picking this, and then probably some kind of like comedy gutting. All right, let's grab that vice and have a go. Okay, so we're all in the vice, and apologies if I do occlude the camera with my hand while I'm picking. I couldn't really find a good angle for this particular lock, so we're just going to go with it and hope for the best. I might put some autofocus on the actual lock itself, so you don't keep focusing on my hand as it goes in and out of the camera. But what I'm going to do is try and pick down the right hand side pins first, and then see where that takes me. Okay, so nothing on any of those pins. Let's go along the other side. Pin 2's binding. Seems to be quite deep as well. Go back along the right hand side. That's pin 2. Nice positive click on that. Pin 4. Need to reset that very hard, and might put a little bit more tension on this time. Pin 4, I think. Okay, try the other side now. Oh, pin 1's binding this side. Pin 1. just moving down the pins in turn, see if there's anything that's binding. Pin 5. Pin 4 on the right hand side now. Pin 5 on the left. Got a nice click out of that. Port 3, 2. Okay, this side now, the right hand side again. Oh, I've got a definite binder here. And that was pin 4, and it looks like the core has turned. So I'm hazarding now that what we've got left is some of these sliders. I'm just going to try to locate them over to the left hand side and just see if any of them are binding, and if they are, move them. Okay, 3 is binding, so slider 3, if I get onto it, one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Just trying to, it's actually quite hard to set these sliders, I think, compared to the rest of the lock. This pick is a little bit too tall for this job, really, but we'll go with it. I think I want the last slider at the back. I think so anyway. I don't want to be caught on any warding or anything. And yeah, I've got it. There we go. It's picked. Now gutting this. Gutting this could be a bit of a pain, but I have taken the circlip off the back. Let's take that. Oh, oh no! Oh no! I've moved it forwards a position. Uh-oh! I haven't already messed up the core. Okay, so I think I actually rescued it, and the way I did it was I basically tensioned it and then put it this way up and then hit it really hard with the back of some rubber coated pliers to sort of bump the pins down, and I managed to obviously knock out the pin which I got stuck, and I think it should still work. So worth just noting that I almost did it again. Worth noting sometimes that yeah, there are ways out of problems, and you just got to be a little bit sort of unpanicked about it and try your best. So I'm going to stick a shim down here because I've got quite literally no idea whatsoever what is inside this thing. I was sort of terrified to find out. And I'm already dumping the pins out because I'm an idiot. There we go. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. So we can already see that this is not a very well made lock. And you can tell that because you've got this sort of filed, you see that sort of filed plug, and that's a really